Don't worry, Pon Pon is here now. Look at this skunk, he's very happy with his magic trick. Look at this. Ooh. I didn't draw 2 lines here, I see. Which would be this line. I feel like I'm getting better and better at this. Can you imagine that? It's going to be even better with some color, but what color should I use for this? For these paints? I thought these hearts here would be purple. These stripes could be like white and some color, but maybe this. Maybe using white is a bit boring. Green and purple. This bunny should maybe be white, but then the bow has to be a color. Maybe the bow should be pink. Light purple with pink hearts. I do like the idea of purple hearts though. That's it, isn't this part here that I feel is looking weird. Let's copy over all that. But now just cut this all out actually. This remaining part here. Probably have to redraw this anyway. Because I think what I have to do. Yeah, I think that is better. But same. I think that's better. I did some of the work off stream. Which I hope is fine, because I mean, if we're going to finish this one, I have to work on it when I'm not streaming as well. It takes energy to stream, but it's fun to stream too. I I like the company of people. It does keep me motivated. It keeps me what do you say? Motivated. And then I guess it's just the face and legs left to do, and the stage too. Thank you for the head pads, Dusk. I appreciate that. Do you like how this artwork is turning out? I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. And then because it would be nice to actually finish this artwork before the end of the month. So basically just today and tomorrow left. Because then that means I have one more artwork to publish this month. I went a bit crazy in January. With my artworks, but like that. Very big droplets. Everything here looks fine. Thing is a bit wonky here. Just delete this line and redraw it. Legs. Whoop. Doing some pause. So like pause here. Well, it's nice soft pause. Even made an emote for that. Only to have to show that on the emote that one don't have any paw pads. Just flat, fluffy fur. I need to stretch this out. The lines are smooth but wobbly, but maybe that's fine. Oh yeah, this is how I want it, I think. I think. Plushies! All over my face. Oh yeah, and also I have to test the oh yeah, the one thing I never said about plushies, by the way, so thank you for turning to plushies, I guess, was that I currently have 7 different predetermined animations and all plushies follow the same animation, regardless of which plushie it is. So when it says 7 plushies, what it does is take the list of currently available plushies and then pick out 7 of them randomly, because I only have 4 plushies. They are there for repeated ones, so they appear 8 times in the list. But it means that they can only appear maximum 2 times. And then when I'm a plushie, the rest were chestnuts and cream plushies. Yeah. Yeah. Less clean with a pineapple. And so yeah, so it picks out 7 random plushies and 7 random animations. And then it just ties those together. Because each plushie because the list of plushies is simply the name of the code name I'm using, so to speak. If that's correct phrasing. And then each video file is named after the plushie's ID, followed by the animation number. So it just takes the chosen plush, attach the animation ID, the animation number after it, and that's the file name. It's as simple as that. But as I've also changed it so each plush instead has its own physics that it runs through in Blender. That means that despite using the same starting conditions, the actual animation will behave differently. Therefore, when it picks out the 7 random plushies, they are no longer just because 2 plushies have the same animation number, which I currently don't want them to have the same animation number because they play the same animation just with a different plush. But then because they have different, that in that case they just have the same starting conditions. That doesn't mean they will have the same animation anymore. This means that because currently I'm only limited to a maximum of 8 plushies thrown, because that's just how many animations there are. But then I'm no longer limited by that. That means that you can throw a maximum of total number of plushies, which is the number of plushies there is on the list. Well, yeah. So after I add, well, a bunch more plushies, say I add 15 plushies. You could, in theory, then just throw 15 plushies. That could be an option. Throw 15 plushies. Currently it's limited to 3, 5, 7, but at that point I can just continue 9, 11, 13, 15. Kinda, maybe I shouldn't have that many of the same. It's a shame that you can't change the like. What would be nice would be to have one redeem which takes a number input, you set the minimum maximum values that are allowed, and then you set a formula. Depending on which number you choose, you can have fixed price or varied price. Varied price, you insert a formula, and then I just take the number you chose and run it through the formula, and then, which is currently a fixed price per plush plus a throwing price. I don't remember which what. And then it will throw the number of plushies that you enter as a number, and the higher number you enter, the higher the redeem will cost. Simple as that. But as if Twitch would do that. Oops. Falling asleep here. Take care, Fun. I hope you're sleeping well. Having a good sleep. Good morning sleep. First glance, I thought someone was dunking panties in their tea. I mean, I could see how you could interpret that way. But after doing like the full stage here in the background, stage light and stuff, it's probably going to be more obvious that it's a magic trick where she's pulling a bunny out of the hat, which I guess she did. There's a bunny on the panties, so not the bunny she wanted to show. You got a melon, now you have 8. Happy Thursday. You don't have a term for that? Like, I don't know. Well, yeah, after a longer look, it was very clear. Yeah, I mean, if you're also looking at the picture on your own, without me moving around the camera a bunch, if you can call this a camera, the view a bunch, it's also going to be easier to see what's going on. I think this is an attempt at a reggae song. I don't know how reggae it sounds, though. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And some random English lines. In case someone thinks sounded like, that sounded a bit Englishy. Yeah, it was English. So when I do the translation for the song, should I... if the lyrics already is in English, should I just translate those to English? Write those as if they were a translation. That's what I did with the Korean song, which is a mix of Korean and English. And they mix it a lot because they have like lines which is Korean and English in the same sentence. But then they have fully English sentences. But in that case I decided that it would be kind of awkward to have the translation appear and disappear constantly. So it's like, I'll just translate the English to English. Whenever it's English, it's just English. Because just because they have a Korean sentence with some English words in it doesn't mean that, like if there are some Korean words and then finish in sentence with English words, that doesn't mean that you can just translate the Korean part and leave the English untranslated, because that might not make grammatical sense. Because you might need to change, not necessarily change the English word, because was one of the things I chose to not change any of the English words. I'll keep them intact. However, they might need to change the position in the translation. The Korean words might need to appear differently. Oh, I don't know if I'm making sense here. But yeah. But then there was also sentences about 100% English. Every word was English, full sentence. I still wrote, in that case I didn't have to, I just wrote it exactly the same in the translation. Translate from English to English. I only got one meeting today. I'm happy. Ooh. Nice. I hope the meeting went well. Assuming you've been on the meeting. Otherwise, I hope the meeting goes well. I haven't posted any of my drawings on the Strange Planet Discord lately. Maybe I should. I was gonna say, nah, if you want to see them, you better join my Fun server. No, I can't still post it there though. Whoops, that wasn't rotate. That was zoom. And zoom it did. Looks like I made that joke before, but probably have. There we go, and then I guess it's just the eyes and the whatever you call it, tapestry. I don't know. The scene, the stage, not the scene. That's some Swinglish. This is for the mask to ensure that only the inside of the eye I wish there was a... This is a vector layer, but I can convert it, but I wish there was a way to fill the vector layers. Some software has support for it, but not this one, sadly. Tiny watchdog demands to be on my lap. Ooh. Will you approve of that request? It wasn't a request, you said it was a demand. Will you fulfill the demand? He was whining at the corner of the couch until I put him in my lap at my desk. Yeah, your dog loves the company. Wants attention. And you're a very nice and friendly person. Who wouldn't want to have your company? I've enjoyed all times, I guess you could say, spent together. That is me being in your chat and you being in my chat. As well as, well, all the private conversations too, of course. Talking about coding. How nerdy. There. I don't need the color of on the skunk as well. There, red eyes. Now it will be a mask. White eyes. And now the iris. Let's disable that for now. Like that. Like that, and then I should have the pupil. Usually this line is all it looks like. It's not going to have that, so. Like that. Like the one I should have. So. That works-ish. Kinda, hopefully. I should add some coloring. What color does a skunk have? I Because doing character pure black is going to make like hard to do shading and stuff. There needs to be some kind of lighter color. I feel like a lot of people do purple. Probably don't want to go with purple though. Try to think here. What would be a Dark gray, yeah, I'm thinking that would probably be a good color. Oh, so what the eye color should it be? And then there's the white parts too. Which probably shouldn't be pure white. Blue, maybe yellow. Makes me curious which eye color people tend to do with skunks as well. Yellow seems to be quite a not too uncommon color. So maybe I should go with blue just to be different. Oh yeah, I'm getting some ideas here for... Okay, let's try mixing some color here. So let's set the line color line thickness thickness to 1 white. I didn't set it as a reference layer. Locked it layer, which is a different thing. Just a good color. Just kind of like dark gray, but not too dark. Oh, I missed a line there. Yes. Okay, I need to add a missing line there. Can't miss a line now, can I? Okay. There's oh, it's close there. Okay. Well then, what else? It's here. There. There we go. And then I should mix a nose color, I think. Let's start with that, and then it's basically how pink I want it to be. Oh yeah, mouse too. There's kind of similar color, but maybe I should go with the exact same color. Something like that. And then there needs to be things like color of the dress. Okay, so here I would say it should be white. Join the music. So I wanted this to be purple. So something like this. Or something. Let's change that. So, one vibing to the music, that's good. Even though I assume you don't understand the lyrics, but doesn't matter. Good music is good music. Blush! Fun is zooming in on panties. Okay, for features like this, I'll create folder, I guess. As I said, I still wanted them to be like very purple with sparkles on, I'm thinking. I've been looking at armor again. Oh no. Ariman has been looking at armor again. He's been like, Fun, I've been looking at armor again. And I've been thinking. Nah. Well, seen anything interesting? I recognize this song. Yeah, there's a mix of songs from Sweden and from other countries. Some songs that you certainly would recognize, and songs that you probably don't recognize, aside from hearing them on my stream. Probably haven't heard them outside out. Yeah, if it were 16 gauge instead of 18, or whatever you say about that, how you say that, well, I don't know what it means, but okay. Well, that's a shame. Not like when I'm looking at clothes and like, oh, this is a nice thing, but it's not my size. She might have explained to me what this gauge sees before, but I don't remember. My memory is bad. Oh. Oh yeah. The gauge determines the width. And the higher the number, the thinner it is apparently. With 16 being the sweet spot. As in, it's where it crosses over, I guess. Oh, it's Hubastank. What are you calling stinky? I'm playing Hubastank while I'm drawing a skunk. It is perfect. Okay, so then I'll do... Okay, so I needed to make it smaller. Because the problem is that it leaks outside. Okay. Something like that. And then, can I convert it? Why not? It's because it has this mask on it. And this is Kiki D'Agostino or something. Or something like that. Hi! Hello, cats. Looks like you got a pizza. I haven't heard who was that in a long time. Basically 16 gauge or just 1.6 millimeter is what you actually need for armor. So the thinner one is just not proper armor then, because it's too thin. Or something. I haven't heard it was a long time. Thank you for reminding me to exist. Well, don't thank me, just randomly played. So... So I was thinking I could do like this. Any favorite Hubastank songs? Hubastinky. It makes sense that it will be shiny because she's on a stage with lights on. So I'm adding a bunch of extra. Because I don't know which song I was playing before that. Or which songs I even have. Especially for helmet and a breastplate. For arms and legs, you can go by which it's like a 200 micrometer difference. Well, it's 200 micrometers, say. But you went with the same thickness for all of your armor, arms and legs included. So like. So 1 micrometer difference would actually not be much, but it's just like just a fifth of a millimeter difference. But I guess you have to consider proportion wise. It's 2 out of, depending on which way you take. If 2 out of 16 thinner from what you have, should you take an eighth of what you have and slice it off? I mean, an eighth, it could be kind of not. Pizza is a fruit, yes. Thank you for liking. Where was I? I was going to check which Hubastang songs I have. Hubastang. Oh, I actually got. Oh, actually, I have a lot of them. I was thinking. Oh well, I probably have a few. I could probably read the names of the songs I have. No, I have 19 Hubastang songs. 19, that's a few. So I might not read the names of the songs. That was a few. So you might hear them again. Crawling in the dark is the most well known. I just had to read it like that. I know. Yep, it is on the list. So it's, yeah. There we go. It's all sparkly. Let's continue coloring. What color should a hat be? Is it like this? Oh, I have this on. Perfect. Oh, I didn't feel that. That one should be colored too. For the dress itself, oh, ads in less than 2 minutes. Ooh, exciting. 18 gauge. Oh wait, gauge. Oh wait, it's even thinner. So that was before 16s. So that's like a quarter. Okay, now it's getting. Now it's a significant difference. I think I had wait. Oh, I actually didn't have them open. Because I think I had a picture where I've like a reference where I found with the idea of using purple purple hearts. And I wanted to see what stripes I should use, but it didn't help me much. So I don't want to go with white, but I could have like really like pink like that. And then the striped. Okay, now I will start playing. But then this bow here. Would be bright and colorful. But Bunny should have pink rosy cheeks. Now let's see, is this good? I think this would be good. And there we go. So now play. And then there is inside of you. Oh my. Who wants to be inside of you? Or me? Everyone. And there we go. And then the right pattern here. Sword bunnies. Even more confusing is that all that applies to sheet metal. Why use a different conversion for gauge to millimeters? Well then, that's convenient. That's why we just state the sizes in millimeters. There's all these different pre-existing systems for measurement and stuff. And the problem with these measurement systems, like how precious metals are measured with a different ounces than other stuff are measured in ounces. So you get two different, well, you get precious metal ounces, you got liquid ounces, well, known as fluid ounces, and then you got dry ounces, which is what everything else is measured with. And you got this weird system where they're referring to completely different things. And that's why, of course, liquid ounces measure volume, not mass. But that's why you instead just use metric and doesn't matter. And 18 gauge wire is what you use for chainmail rings. Right? Okay. Troy ounces. Yeah, it's not tri ounces, it's troy ounces. Fluid ounces, Florida ounces. I think I've seen someone like, what's a Florida ounce? And how much is that? Because that's a thing in when the feet were used as units throughout Europe. Each country and even divisions of countries had their own sizes of feet. And it should be, if you just go into the Wikipedia article of foot unit, there should be a list. Nowadays there's only one foot unit that is used, so that's the one that the article will focus on, which makes sense. You wouldn't focus on the units that are no longer used, but we stopped using them for a reason. But some people didn't want to do that. I think I've heard that comment like said again, like something like, while people are just using feet, you can just get used to learn it. No, I just don't bother to. I just don't have the energy to. I mean, my people, being the Swedish people, gave up on using, well, kind of forced to, but I'd say it was for the better of the future generations, on using their own feet, which was different from the English foot. And we stopped using it. I'm not going to claim that you should use Swedish feet, which is still used in very specific situations though. But so I don't want to learn any other foot unit. And sure, someone could make the argument that, well, the Swedish foot is not used by anyone except for these very specific moments, unlike the English foot, which is, well, it's not really the English foot nowadays though, but which is used by a bunch of people. But, well, yeah, because, well, that's not my problem. Well, it kind of becomes my problem because then I have to do a bunch of conversion. But still, yeah. So we go to the foot unit article on Wikipedia. You do have the size, the unit, the region of the unit, and the size of it. And there are sources. They have different precision, and so on. So if I take a German, for example, they had very varied feet sizes. The largest one in Meiningen-Hildburghausen had a foot that was 304 millimeters. And compared to, no, that wasn't the largest. Actually, Rhineland has, and that is almost 314 millimeters. I almost said inches there because I was talking about foot. 314 millimeters. That's a large foot. Compared to, what's the smallest then? I mean, I could just sort it by smallest to largest and see whenever Germany shows up. Weimar has the smallest one, it's 282. So it's like an 11%, like the smallest one, it takes smallest one, add 11% for the bigger one. And the problem is that if someone wants to purchase a certain length from someone else, and then you have all these, and then they are living in different regions, they're using different lengths, and it's just all confusing. So that's why we just had to give up. We couldn't continue using foot. It just doesn't work. And what makes it more confusing is that some regions decided that, well, you have a smaller unit like inches. In Swedish we call them thumbs. The English inch is known as a thumb in Swedish. But some countries used 12, like England. And some countries used 10, like Sweden. And this becomes even more confusing when you look at the old units of ounces and pounds, or the equivalent in different countries throughout Europe as well, or region rather than countries. I'm using word country when I mean region. Where some used 10, some used 12, some used 16, and there were probably some that used 14, and it was all a mess. So not only are the units different sizes, they're also different relations to each other too. What a mess. But wouldn't it be fun if you have a historical game that takes place like in Europe, but in multiple regions, and then you have these characters that have different unit sizes? And it should never make any relationship to any modern day units. Because that's also a topic in itself. 18 wire gauge. Oh, now we're getting even more precise. 2 decimal places. 122. Where sheet metals is 121. Oh. And 16 gauge sheet metals is 159 and wire gauge is 163. So I was thinking, like, when it comes to the high precision, that might be something like conversion from inches, but considering that they are off by so little, they might be, maybe they are from the old units, like the old European units, they're just from different units. Or something. But yeah, that's a topic that I've seen some mention, that like how when it comes to historical stuff, people it's fine using feet and inches and miles and maybe yards and stuff, like the modern day units, because that's what they used back in the day. Well, they didn't use or your a modern day units. They had their own units of lengths, and as I mentioned, different per region. So it wouldn't be accurate to use them. I guess I'd use this color. So using the ignore and they put would be, well, aside from the name being the same, would still be wrong though. Okay, I will hide. No, I had to hide like all of that. But yeah, doesn't really. So they're different, but a different version of negligible. Yeah, I could understand that. You're talking about the precision down on 10 micrometers, or up to 40 micrometers. That's very tiny. You'll probably only notice a difference in mass production. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. But I do find other front units interesting though. Like, I'm not fully against the idea of having different sets of units, but it's more like in my what I think is like either we have this crazy system that like basically everyone has their own set of units because that sounds fun and crazy, or everyone is using the same set of units. This gets very awkward when you have like everyone is using the same set of units except a few people who refuses to change for various reasons. Legitimate and, well, illegitimate, but yeah, so that's when it gets awkward. And as I mentioned before, also when something is established in one unit and then it is presented as a different unit. Which I did. I did edit that Wikipedia article to change it from which is commonly known as imperial units to metric units, because Pokemon is a Japanese franchise that is. Oh, I didn't include that part. That is defining all the units in metric. Oh, I need to include that as well. And then I was joking about how they're just going to revert it, which they did, because they didn't want first-party sources, they want second-party sources. Well, because that makes sense. Sounds like a weird excuse. I thought Wikipedia wanted first-party sources. Maybe it's just a thing I wasn't aware of then. Okay. Actually, I never looked that up. Should Wikipedia use first or second party sources? Or third party sources, I guess it's called. Everything we given must be based on the verifiable statements from multiple third party reliable sources with a reputation for fact checking and accuracy. Well, I can say that the information provided by the source that they're using for that article is incorrect because they are using the wrong unit. So the information is wrong. So that wouldn't be reliable. But they don't want first-party sources? Why wouldn't they want that? I mean, I can understand that you wouldn't want first-party sources if you want to, for example, write about a celebrity, because the first-party source would be the celebrity itself, or like a well-known person, like a politician or something, or about the country itself. You might not want to use the country's own website and stuff and publications as facts for a lot of things, because they might just lie about stuff, which some countries do. And that is fair, but when you have like this size of a Pokemon, why wouldn't the first party source be more reliable? That is confusing me. I mean, unless they're wrong, but I mean, if you can check the website and you can compare it to the game and they say both the same thing, isn't that reliable? I don't know. I don't know. Plus, isn't the article breaking the rule against... I don't know what it's called. But I thought Wikipedia's rule stated that if you're going to state a unit of measurement, it should be... well, yeah, I need to change this color here, because it has... Wait, it has the right color. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? That it should be... the unit system of the country of origin, which I don't fully agree with, but I think the units that should be used are the original units of the thing. But well, yeah, maybe I did. Oh yeah, wait. But that's my opinion. You silly. No, I just like things to be accurate, that's the thing. And that's why it gets silly when Wikipedia also wants their stuff to be accurate by denying accurate first-party sources for inaccurate third-party sources. So that's the... No, it's more like when reading the article and it says literally, this Pokemon has it has the size of these many inches, which is these many centimeters. Like, no, I mean, not really. If you're going to be true here, I mean, this Pokemon has the height of these many centimeters, which is these many inches. The order is very important here, because it's what is found in centimeters. I know it's a tiny nitpicky thing, but I mean, I don't know, it just feels wrong. The values are still the same, it's just that the way it's presented just feels wrong. It's only that. Doesn't change anything. I mean, aside from what they really uses primary, but so it was just that. So now I'm choosing wrongly. Anyway, that. There we go. If I delete the layer mask. So, but I know it's not that important. Not like I'm going to do an editing war. But it's hard to find. I mean, why not use Bulbapedia? Maybe Bulbapedia is not a reliable source. Bulbapedia is not a reliable source because anyone can go in there and change the values. Actually, you can't. When it comes to facts about Pokemon and stuff, it's quite locked down. And also, that was a joke because on Wikipedia, it's meant for anyone to go in and edit. So. But Bulbapedia is also doing the thing where I put the English units as the primary units because those are the only units available when you play the games in English and the website is in English. I can kind of understand that, but that's not the original values. So you get situations where you get kind of awkward units. And then you get not so awkward the converted units that are the original values. Anyway. Also, just have an idea. The bunny she was trying to pull from the hat will instead be holding up a hat in her back. Well, that's a funny idea. But... well, like being on the ground and... because someone had an idea that there should be like a small creature on the ground looking up in her dress with very big eyes. In that case, that could be the bunny being on the ground looking up the dress with very big eyes. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. I don't know. It's an idea. I'm not against the idea. I'm just thinking how good would it actually be as actually having it in the picture. Because not that I have to follow this rule, but I do like the when I make animals in like anthro animals in this kind of universe. I like to keep it to where all the mammals are anthropomorphic, well, and all the non-mammals are not anthropomorphic. Meaning that if there's going to be a rabbit that she pulls from a hat, well, it would have to be a very tiny bunny, so a tiny child. In that case, a baby bunny. Hello, Todd. You got some cherries, and then. And that would be awkward, I guess. I don't know. But maybe we should try to pull a plush bunny out of the hat. Why would she pull a bunny out of the hat in the first place? What kind of society is this? Where bunnies are just part of the society, but they're being pulled out of hats. I wish someone had said that, well, you wouldn't just have an animal print. Like, there's a bunny here on his panties. And that would be kind of strange if you have, like, in the human world, if you were to compare that, having, like, just a human decoration on panties. But I mean, like, there are, but they are usually having some kind of role in that case. But I mean, this culture is different. It just, things are working differently from the human world. It doesn't have to work the same way. You can't equivalent everything. Same person also said that, well, having pigs would be very awkward because calling someone a pig would be an insult. Well, I mentioned this before, probably on stream too. Well, if someone considers pig to be an insult, or a person who uses pig as an insult, that would probably, or definitely, be considered racist. So, because being a pig is not a negative thing in a society of animals like this. So, it's not an interesting point to bring up, but the person didn't think further than that. Like, yeah, it would be, yeah. There we go. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to do that. This works. But I wonder on the inside if it should be white or if it should be like just even brighter pink. Like that. Like that. Oh, is that thing is on, which it might need to be back in correctly. No, no, wait. Who is this? Todd! No. Don't do this. Oh, you already got pennies on screen to look at. Are you collecting this design to your collection of screenshots? Tracking what Ponpon is wearing every day? Like a naughty person? I don't need to fill everything like that, doesn't matter. Don't matter. And then enable all these things. There we go. Let's see what Orimi wrote. Or tune physics applied, and it's a bunny that shouldn't be able to fit inside the head. Well, that could work. Yeah, that could work actually. So, let's continue here. The dress, I think this part should be white. But the dress, which color should the dress be? I think the dress could be a nice, like, pinkish color. Reddish pink. Not like pink like Ponpon's dress. So it will be like let's start with this as a base. And work with it there. Something like this maybe. Also, did I forget to enable this one before I started filming? And the question is, whether should I have different color straps and such? But maybe I don't need that. So like this. Difference is tiny. Probably More like that. I also need to add the stripes for the skunk stripes. Skunk stripes. Oh, I didn't even draw length of these lines. I didn't even draw. Oh. Oops. Let's take care of that. He wants to describe this girl without being disrespectful, and he's already described this girl that she's not like a neighborhood whore. I think the it's a bit too late. Maybe that was supposed to be an ironic part of the song, or maybe they didn't even think about that. It's hard to know. Now I can feel these. Oh. And that should be all of them. There was one that's line here. Oops. Yeah, that line is a bit not. Whoa. I wanted to make it more solid. It's not that solid. Dirty song lyrics. Oh my. He's using the word whore in the lyrics. I have a lot of dirty song lyrics in this playlist. He uses the word bitch as well. That's a good color. Probably. Alright. Now. Maybe. Oh, it's this song. I did this song on karaoke. Splash, splash, splash. So, I guess the eyes, irises, needs to be colored. What do you say? Blue. Blue eyes. Blinds. Purplish eyes. Oh, mean song. Let's see. Hello. Hello. Don't remember the lyrics. Esta flesta no my something more. Dragon Standing Day, which is the title of the song. It was tricky finding the lyrics of this song, because I had to find the lyrics. with the accent marks. A lot of sources removes them. Because of course, a language with a language you can just remove the accent marks. They don't serve any function. Oh wait, they do. More than just accent marks, all kind of diacritical marks, as they are called. They are diacritical. Yoga outfit. Yoga, yay. Let's really create another layer for the body. Like all of that. And then bounce, 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 spin, spin. So where do we draw lines? What parts of a skunk should be colored white? Skunk. Let's search for the word skunk and see what I get. There are interesting, different skunks. A lot of them has a white back. Some of them has a black middle part of the white back. A lot of them has a white part that goes down between the eyes. Like most of them do. But it looks like a lot of these skunks are the same species. Who knows what kind of species this is? I haven't really defined what species of skunk this is. This is the stripeless skunk at the moment. Mephitis, or is it Mepitis? Mepitis. 2 stripes. 2 stripes. Okay, it says here that its English is apparently pronounced Mephitis. But how is it actually pronounced? Mepitis. Well, a modern Italian ecclesiastical pronunciation is Mephitis. But the original pronunciation was Mepitis. Mepitis. So, shouldn't I pronounce it as Mepitis? I think pronouncing it as Mephitis sounds very wrong. Mepitis. Mepitis, Mepitis. I mean, if it's Latin, it's Latin, right? It gets even weirder when people are pronouncing the non-English word like it's English words when they're not even speaking English. That's weird. Oh, hydrate. Sorry, I missed that. I should hydrate. Or a hooded skunk, full of white back. Well, we can't see the back anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I did draw the stripes, some stripes here. So what I could do is start with the tail being... Doesn't matter, this isn't an established character anyway, so it doesn't really matter how this character looks. Unless I establish an actual skunk character in the Pon universe. And I guess you could argue there is one. But it's not this skunk. Therefore, this skunk, I've not really decided should have a name in the first place. I mean, I guess you could come up with a name, but it's not like I'm gonna draw this skunk more. Or am I? I mean, I guess if people want to see more art of this skunk humiliating herself or flashing her panties even more, I guess. But I can just draw another skunk. It doesn't have to be the same skunk, you know. Did I not fill that part? No, I did. I'm just not having the layer showing. Well, that's what's going on. You're all evil, Pon. What even got said? What? You're just going to trash this character after this drawing? I mean, yeah, the benefit is I don't have to bother about drawing the character the same way each time because it's just not the same character. It's just a random skunk. And her only personality is that she gets embarrassed if someone sees her panties. I mean, well, that's a great personality, right? That's a deep personality. I like more art of this skunk. She's cute. Well, I guess I could do more art of this skunk then. Only because Remy wanted more art of this skunk. Still doesn't mean it has to be like an actual character still. It's not that I don't want it to be a character. I mean, I can make it a character. We can come up with a name and stuff like that. It's more like I can just draw this character in random situations without the situation have to make any sense lore-wise. Like pulling out her panties from the hat wouldn't make any sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Because she was just wearing them. But there's some literal magic going on here. But I can still draw this skunk in other situations. That doesn't make any sense. Stacy Odor. Stacy? But I already know about a dark-furred character with bright stripe-ish pattern named Stacy. That would be weird. I would have drawn that character too. It's not even my character. That would be very awkward to draw. Call this character Stacy. I mean, I could do it, but you know, previous statement still applies. It's not like that person owns the name or anything, though. It just gets awkward. Appreciate the suggestion, though. Don't get me wrong. I can still go with it. You should flip the place of O and D and have it like a French. It's a French skunk. Stacy Door. Sounds like door. Wait, what's this? Does English has a pleasant aroma, fragrance, odor, scent? There we go. I got some words there. We got a Swedish word for smell, which would be lukt, is usually a negative or neutral, but typically negative. You wouldn't say that someone smells. You wouldn't do that in English either. Oh, you smell. There is. Oh, it's. I guess in that case the name would be Dudor. But you wouldn't put the D in front because that would be off, right? I was thinking Zapach. That sounds like a weird name. I was thinking like Stacy of Odor. That would be Stacy the door. But you also got Arom. Arom? Yeah, it means it means from when you have the D in a name. So it does make sense, like in Joan d'Arc, which is probably one of the one of the outfits in French is referencing in my Pon mod. Isn't that fancy? But the reason why it's a dark is because the D marks it as the from word here, so it's Jean from Arc, making it Jean d'Arc. Jean d'Arc. Anyway, but that would only make sense if there's a place called Odor. Only then could you have it, I guess. Making it the door. But you can go with arôme. Polish for scent, I see. Oh, I think the spellings. You use a different spelling there. Oops, now I completely messed up spelling. There you go. Correction. Fancy arôme. Julia zapach de, which means I smell rain. Literally, I sense the smell of rain. Can you make the statement in Swedish that you are sensing the sensation of rain through your olfactory? What is it called? I don't know. That was a very fancy way of saying that. So olfactory is correct. Good. Now you can because you can say like literally I smell rain. But that's a bit awkward to say in Swedish, I think. Unless there's a phrasing in Swedish I'm currently forgetting. So you can use more of a no, I don't know how to say that in Swedish. Because I would say you can't say that. You can't say I smell rain. Because if you were to make that sentence literally to Swedish, that wouldn't mean that you are currently sensing the smell of rain. That would mean that you are there's probably a word I'm trying to say there. You are sending out the smell of rain yourself. I would even say that in English. You're not sensing rain. You are yourself smelling rain. That's why I say that it becomes a bit awkward. You would say that you sense the smell of rain or something like that. If I'm not wrong, I mean, I could just forget some kind of Swedish phrasing because I'm not an expert in Swedish. Therefore, I wouldn't. So what I'm trying to say is that you wouldn't say I smell rain. You would say it smells rain. Which I guess you would use in any situation where you can smell like. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just speaking Swedish weirdly. You would say that you should. Instead of just saying you sense the smell of something, you would just say it smells this thing. Because it's faster and easier and stuff. And that's what you get when you have different limitation in languages, and it is interesting to... that's an interesting aspect of languages, when you just can't say something due to ambiguity or something, that you have to rephrase it. Or use longer sentences. Saying, I smell like rain instead of I smell... Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's the English way of saying it. Unless it's an adjective. I smell nice. I smell like a dog. Those two sentences are one after another, okay? Don't quote me on that though. Orimin is now typing out those two sentences to add as a code. But anyway. Tinkle giggle. I guess you are not. Then I will have to save those quotes for myself. What do you mean? Add quotes. I smell nice. I smell like a dog. There we go. Because it was funny. I didn't say it's to be quoted, but after I said it, like, oh, actually that would make a funny quote out of context. But what do you mean? You're great at remembering stuff. I guess not speech, which is fair. Giggle, giggle, see? Giggle, giggle. Good job, good quotes. Worth saving. I think this song is a cover. I should do this song in karaoke. Just so I can sing a paparazzi, because it's fun. Moin. It's also the intensity on some words. Until you love me. Something like that. The pronunciation is so weird. I don't know why. I remember that now. Hey, I thought you had said something else that I didn't catch. I was thinking of something else. Well. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There. Green stripes. No, it's obviously so I can see the stripes. There. And then I changed the color of it. I think that would be good. Oh, it's starting to look like a skunk. Basically, I was thinking about how the only long-term effect I have from COVID is that skunks now smell like coffee to me. Well, that's good that you don't have any actually Well, I guess that's an actual side effect. That yeah, it's like suffering from something severe. Because some people have had bad results. I think the worst was the people who died. But I mean, obviously, some of those I had not to go into details. But yeah, I know some people are like, well, those people had other health conditions. So yeah, I mean, I know, but it was kind of unnecessary for those to get sick anyway. I mean, but anyway, I don't think I've only got the initial vaccination for COVID. I didn't get any boosters. I didn't go for them. Nothing that I was against. It just never happened. And I haven't noticed any side effects. I mean, I've been sick, but I guess it hasn't been COVID. Or if it has been, maybe I've been spared. Or if I have any side effects, maybe that's why I've been feeling tired. I'm not feeling that tired. Like, I only feel tired in certain moments. I'm not feeling like tired now. Anyway. So I'll try to think. Maybe I do the tuft of hair like white. That's a nice idea. Some do like the cheeks white, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I'm looking at different designs of skunks here. But maybe I do like the hair white, but then I make like stripes down between the eyes. Okay, let me show how I'm thinking. Oops, moved all the stuff here. Create a new layer. So if I draw it down like that, and then it would be something like that. Find a good middle point. Boop, boop, boop. I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure. I was just talking about random stuff. Actually not sure what you're actually referring to be honest, but I like when skunks are drawn with the stripes on the head. Oh, are you talking about that fight? Yes. That is good stuff. I'm finding interesting drawings. I'll put them aside. There. So if it like goes down like that, so my eyes need to be down here. There we go. It needs to be layered correctly. Because some do continue down to the nose. I don't know if it should just stop here, if it should continue all the way down. Although if it goes meets up there, maybe it should wait. Maybe I just keep it like that then. Oh no, he ended up in misery. He needs to move out from there. The ongoing joke that I can't pronounce Missouri. And you're saying misery instead. But I've heard that other people are also making that kind of joke. Green. Okay, let's make it white now. I didn't have to make it green in the first place, but I was drawing it black-ish. Blackerish. But I've seen also those who draw like, oh, it's sudden edge. Okay, let me get some more water. Sudden edge break. I didn't keep track of the timing. So I'll be right back. Sword buttons. Okay, there we go. Bunny, 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 bunny. So many bunnies. You are approaching 1 million. Oh, didn't... Oh, you did per too. I missed that. I refund you. I need to put sound effects on these redeems. So I know that to do them. So I get a signal to do them. I didn't update the... haven't updated sword bunny stuff. Let me do that. While ads are playing anyway, you know. It's a great opportunity. So it was the 24th, because I said that list that, oh no, I didn't update the 24th. I still haven't done that. What about... you redeemed it and forgot about... That's fair. That's fair. Good thing I can refund stuff. Used almost the same amount. Last update was 667,792, and then you do it 14,636. That makes it 682. Just a bunch of numbers. Just a bunch of numbers. But well, this puts you at current, well, not without today, at 696,795. It's a shame that you did 99 too many, because it would have been lovely if it was 606,696. But oh well, it's okay. Of course. You couldn't have known. But it was so close to greatness. You still got 696,000, and that's pretty good. I forgot to... But the next milestone, or sword stone, kind of like sword and stone. Anyway, is at 700,000. So that is 7/10. Giggle, giggle. Which you are before today only 3,200 something from, so you definitely have achieved that now. So congratulations, you have done 7/10 of the way there. And you might even break 2. If you continue doing some more, you might actually reach the next milestone of 5/7. I know it's weird fractions. I just did it for the fun of it. Which is 714,000. And considering you did 14,000 the last 2 streams, you probably have to do a few more this stream, and then you will get 2 clear 2 fraction at once. Which only happened once, because you did 19,000 that time. You cleared 1/9 and 1/8 in the one go. I mean, to be fair, sure, when you got to search, you technically also got 4 6 and 6 9s, but those doesn't count, of course. But the question was, should I make the chest like bright white too, or should the front only be dark? I mean, I'm kind of drawing the skunk for you, so I'm kind of giving you the option to choose how the skunk should look like. Where did I put the skunk references? Oh, here. This character is tagged as skunk. Oh, it's an inverse skunk. It's a white skunk with black stripes. I see. Some do a white chest. And it doesn't cannot look as dark from the front. But if that's not how a skunk looks, then it's fine. I don't have to do it. It is fine. There are some art where it's just anyway. I guess we don't. I guess we never know. Let's come on. I wanted to do like let's draw this stage now. I don't draw many backgrounds. I want to pet that fluffy tail. Ooh. It is a big tail. It's almost as big as her. It's kind of same volume, maybe. Whoops. If she were to lose her clothes, she could always hide behind her tail. Do 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 do. Don't really get it to match. Well, this is going to be tricky to draw because of these parts here are quite just such a long, which is just what it ended up being. Just such long lines to draw. There's that part, and then I connect these two, and I can draw it like that now, where I know where the vertical line will end up. It's hard to know beforehand. Well, I would try to follow this line. It's not that important to follow it anyway. As long as it looks good in the end. There. Do, 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 do. So, If I just stretch out the line, it does make it smoother. Yeah, it would definitely look like a stage performance with the background included. But now I need to draw some character dipping their panties into tea. Because Papa Wolf saw that first in this drawing. Take me to your heaven. White cat, I am so sick of being ill. Oh no. Now you're sick. Now you're sick while you're sick. Double sickness. Nice pun. It says pun, pun, pun. Oh no! This isn't going to make you not sick. This might be why you're sick as a punishment for punishing pun pun or something. I don't know. It wasn't making sense. Hopefully it makes you less sick, I guess. I hope. But you're probably still going to do this to me even though after you are not sick anymore. So... Ew, blueberries. Something that does not involve humiliating pun pun. Some person listening back to the VOD afterwards is going to be very confused unless they know what's going on with music. Me to your heaven. Oh, I don't know the lyrics. Although this is the English version, I heard the Swedish version much more than the English version. The English version, of course, being the alternative version, the Swedish version being the original. As far as I know. Because it is a Swedish musician. Doesn't necessarily mean that the English version, the Swedish version is the original, but typically if it's a Swedish musician and they have a Swedish version and an English version, the Swedish version is most likely the original version. Because it wouldn't make sense to make a Swedish version of an English song, but it would make sense to make an English version of a Swedish song. 26 blushes are now on the floor. Keep throwing the blushes on the floor. Poor person who has to clean all that stuff up. Oh wait, it's pun puns. This one's a bit brown, isn't it? So what was the skunk's name then? Stacy Arome. Because it's a skunk, obviously it's a French skunk. Yes, she stands on the stage and like, Sacre bleu, these are my paintings. I can't do a French accent though. This is not sounds more German. This is not. Maybe I should practice French accent, but I would have to. I want to practice an actual French accent, not a fictional French accent, because I wouldn't be surprised if there's like similarities, like similar things when it comes to like you got the fake Swedish accent as part of US media, and then you got the actual Swedish accent. And to someone who is experienced with Swedish at least, I think there's a huge difference between those two accents. But someone who isn't familiar with like that stuff might not be able to tell much of a difference. But I think there's a huge difference. But that could be because my familiarity. Not with it more, not so much with the Swedish language, but more like after hearing a bunch of people speak with Swedish accented English. I watch like YouTubers and stuff too. And they too say weird stuff when they speak English. Have some weird pronunciations and stuff. You know, like I said, I say potato. There's one YouTuber I've seen who says avocado, for example. I don't think that's one of the pronunciations that I used. I think like avocado and like avocado or something like. I don't know. There are many dialects of English, so could just as well be one. Boom. Is it a bit brown? Maybe. Let's make more like that. And then it should be a flower. I don't know what color that should be, that's a bit. Streambots, what are you doing? Oh, maid. You made me into a maid. Well, all of your... If you write messages or do redeems, you get activity points. And you can always check your activity points typing VIP. I got 19 points today. And that's mostly because the bot has written messages for me. So those 19 points are more like the bot's points more than my points. But whatever. But you have like someone who might not be VIP who feel like, how close am I to VIP? Well, you can always check with the VIP command. You type some white cat, you see that some white cat achieved 2 points today. And after this stream will end up being 8th. If no one gets an additional point. So your VIP badge is quite secure because you're quite far up in the list. It's those that are like down in like 15, 18 position that are more in danger. Oh, let's see. So Let's try my new shading. Yeah, it's fine. Then I do the shading. Let's make it smaller this time and try. Okay, since this stage, the lights should come from the front. And therefore, there's a problem with this brush is that I want to more like how am I supposed to properly shade this? Yeah, well, I'm trying. Oh, I'm back to normal. Well, this is working. It gets very uneven though, that's the thing. Yeah. But the bird will have a very clean butt. Yeah. I did get the bird butt to be washed a lot there in the game. There was some interesting games. Yeah, I need to look into what kind of shading brushes people use. Oh well. I wonder if I mean it must have auto-saved multiple times. No, once. Not again. Back. It just happens. I don't even have my own computer. I don't know what started happening. If anyone knows what to do, I would like to fix the issue. Where was the... It should be in here somewhere. I said I should have... I should put a link to... shortcut to that folder. So I can... Yeah, that's further back. Oh, and... Well, I just have to restart all the way. I will do this brush even softer this time. I don't know, lower size. But currently the shading is very visible, so all the imperfections are quite visible. But then I make the shading much weaker on in the end. So these differences in are going to be harder to see. Maybe it should be the hand. Didn't even feel that part. How did I manage to do that? There. So comment like, what is this panty? Yep. Why does it always have to unselect my tool? I'm just holding on this. Oh no. Embarrassing. I don't use it to large brush to deal with that, but yeah, I hope the shading is looking better than before. It's smoother than before. But yeah, I need to look up some tutorials to shading techniques. Very. What is this one? Transparent. Because I could add like the lines of attention. I don't know what to call them. On her butt, or like behind her butt. I could show what I mean and see if it looked good. I'll draw in a separate layer, of course, so I can just hide it if it doesn't look good. Lines of attention. Haven't even changed the face yet. But with pants on. Oh, the water droplets doesn't need shadow. Water droplet does not need shadows. I don't know, we should add shading here. The problem is the shading is so messy. Don't like it. So it doesn't work. I just need to learn how to. I need to learn how to do better. Head pads, thank you. I appreciate it. But it's not bad. It's still a learning process. Oh, vanishing act. Well, she would like to vanish at this point, though, to be fair. To be fair. And then what's more? One more thing that could be added. Is a vignette. Do. Well, it's something. So, if I pick these. Fly my face. This face really likes to fly. This fly really likes to be in my face. Green extra panda, got a cucumber, like this cute panda. Panda is white and black, therefore it's a panda. This is skunk. Don't like this artwork. Smack cucumber on table. Wait, why? Why would you do that? Or cute camera. Also, I completely forgot to increase the streaming quality. Nice one there, Pun. Just horrible quality this whole time. You know what to do. Oh, I see. I'm joking. No, Panda. You're not joking. Turn cube into a pickle? Yeah. Turn it into a pickled cucumber. Well, a little. Yeah, you're joking a little, but you're very serious. I wanted to see if someone had made a thing like that, but it does not seem to be the case. Also, I never had a blush though. No one told me I forgot to blush. The most important feature. Naked without the... The most important feature. Can't miss the blush. There. Something like that. There. Flash, exactly. Yeah, I should be able to do that. I don't know if this is a good feature to add. Kind of hard to see. Maybe that's enough. Maybe it should be. Maybe that's better. I don't know. By the way, looking a bit grainy. That should be fixed now. That should be fixed. Okay, so it is. Maybe you wrote that message. No, I don't know. So I was thinking that you can have like. Oh, I'm here. And you got a coconut. Now you have 10 of them. Now you can make 10 coconut bras. Which was... You take a coconut, turn it into a coconut bra. You combine it with other fruits. And then out of that you get a free Hula Girl Pon Pon redeem. Well, it's not free because you paid with your fruits. Quills. I'll make them yellow. I don't need to place them better. Oh yes, it's all coming together. I don't know if this looks good, but I'll try. But it's pure yellow, might be a bit too strong, but... Okay, we'll play ads again. Be ready with the sword bunnies. You got to hit those 2 milestones in one stream. But... Yep, any moment now. The ads are getting ready. They're mobilizing. They're approaching our position. We need to strike them early and immediately before they do any form of harm. More sword bunnies. They're trying to do a surprise attack. I don't know when they will attack. There they are. The ads have arrived. Oh, it looks like her butt is hurting. She's butthurt. Don't know if yellow is the correct color here. Can I overlap with the tail? Is that okay? Sure, I'm trying to use the mouse. I'm not sure if this is working or looking good, but just trying to emphasize her situation. So maybe it's better with shorter ones. What is rotated with 20 degrees? appears to be the case. I don't know, not really. I have an idea. I'm listening. You should have like a character at the bottom with holding up a mirror. And sword bunnies. Yeah, maybe I'll skip this idea. It's not really working. Oh, well, worth a try. She looks more like she's her butt is hurting. As I know. No, I'm not sure if it's necessary to add anything. I think the blushing face is enough. I can just write in the description that it was the pants she was just wearing. Like a speech bubble inside is a picture of Patty's crossed out. I mean, that can work. And that shouldn't be too hard to do. How do I do a good speech bubble? Can't even do a speech bubble. No, it's fine. Don't use that color for it. No, I'm going to use a black outline. I just wanted to make sure I can see it. And green made it very obvious to be able to see. Just fill it and then I'll turn it black. Because the background here is kind of dark. Boom. Well, it's still a fart. It's very tiny. I don't know if you should be lucky. Maybe it's the angle of it. Okay, maybe this way. No, it's gonna. Although at the same time, it's gonna overlap with the character, and kind of don't want that. At the same, I don't know. Don't know. Okay, wait. Let's redraw the speech bubble. I have an idea. That. And that is all about connecting the things. So yeah, let's leave all the extra stuff there too. And inside it, let's draw a sketch first. This might work. Nice art so far, thank you. I appreciate that. Should I actually base it on that design, as in, should I take... Gonna make it plain, but what's the fun in that? Right. When I can just add it. Oops. I won't bother doing like the stripes or anything, but I could. I don't put in too much detail into this, but I'm doing that just because it's fun. I'm tracing my own art. How dare I? I won't include all the things, just some of these. Basically just these two things. So that's what actually is on the parentheses. Which, I mean, it's already obvious that one she's not missing her panties. Obviously it's the ones she's holding in. But if the thing that telling about the missing panties is also matching, it makes the connection much more obvious. So I've seen art where the icon is kind of meant to match, which does make me, because I've seen like art where they don't have text instead of just icons, and then it's showing the icons of the panties, and I'm like, what do you wanna? So I understand what the point is, that it is saying, well, panties, but it does make me wonder at the same time, like, considering the correct design is used in those speech bubbles, is the character describing the design, that would be silly. That will be silly. Anyway. There. Perfect. VIP. Wait, 8 points today. You've been quite active. And I appreciate that. You're amazing. This would be like an icon, because I would cross it out. 2 lines across, 1 line across, a circle. No, I won't do this circle around though, because that means I need to make the icon smaller and stuff. I could do 1 line across, I could do 2 lines across, but maybe I just do 1 line across to obscure it as little as possible. Okay, the outline will be thick here because it's meant as an icon. Some might not do the face. We'll see if I can fit it in, because it's going to be quite tricky. I'll definitely not do the cheeks. I'll just include that just in case, depending on how it would end up. Just to be on the safe side. Rather add too much than too little. Oh, that works too. What do you mean? You spun for the warm hugs, funny sweetness and joy. Yeah, I think 1 line, a red line across, like a like a prohibition sign. You're not allowed to have panties here. You're not allowed to have this design of panties. The exact design you're currently wearing. So I could probably get the face. And I can add the dots here too. But not more than that. And I will outline the hearts. I could fill the hearts, but I think outlining the hearts is fine. I'm drawing Coco's face from the animal coat. No. No, that's not happening. not that creepy, bunny. Imagine if I played Animal Crossing and then Coco showed up. I would scream. We'll set up a law. No Cocos allowed unless they're bandicoots. Oh yeah, I didn't really. There, hide the reference. That works. Let's just fill here because that's there. And then I cross it out. I mean, I could do it both ways, but I think just one line is enough. There. The Switch level is a bit silly though. But I could have two versions, with and without it. And X looks better, I think. I think that works. I mean, I can make it an X2. But like, it obscures the bunny. Like, the X does look nice, I will not disagree with that. I just don't like how it covers up the bunny. I agree. Wait. With what? With who? Angle the panties so the bunny's in the skin. I could do that, I guess. X looks better. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. I don't need this. Whoa. Now that I need this a white addition here, because it's there some border to the right, the red, not the right. That works. Flash, 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 flash. The magic trick has to be cancelled. But yeah, I did two of these with and without the speech bubble. I will post both. Skunk Magic. A. No, for sure, Cal. No, you're not supposed to do it. You are supposed to be the nice one here. The only one who doesn't do it. This just because we're looking at the skunk's pet, this doesn't mean we have to look at mine. Give back my dress. Don't do this. There we go, now it's back. Now everything is good. No problem anymore. I basically forgot everything that just happened. And a version with that. Well then, I guess that's that. I will take care of the publishing the pictures. I'll post them on servers, post them online, which I guess servers too. Unless I should post it. Depends on who we can read into. I guess I could let's bring back the speech bubble. Everybody's speaking. So so I will I guess prepare the pictures first then. That was the wrong option. Oh, it seems to be fine. Quote, yes, grab Pumpkin way, I messed that up. Grab Pumpkin dots whatever way you want. I didn't put any effects on the eyes though. Nothing. Nothing. Just plain purple. And I typically add some kind of thing. It feels weird. Okay, it's not there because the eyes are there. Here. I should probably add something. That's wrong. I'll also do. Oh wait, it's the other way, but. Not like that. Don't think it would. Did that much. Well, I don't know. Don't know. Saving. Done. Okay, so we'll add these. Well, it's looking fine, isn't it? It's a really cute skunk. Yeah, she did turn out pretty cute. I'm happy with how it turned out. A nice picture. So, saving. The picture. Remember, publish it on the event on February 1st. Take care of that now. No, I need to post. No, anyway, we'll continue chatting, right? I guess I'll just publish it. And then we're ready, and then I can like, here's the artwork I finished today, posting a link. Who did I say I was going to show the artwork to? When I finished, I don't remember. I'm really bad at remembering stuff. That's why I need someone who's good at remembering stuff. Who can help me out, and we can work together. Someone who can remember for me, and I who can't remember. Well, I might remember some stuff too. Maybe. Pono, wanna cuddle you. Hello, Mystic. Well, that sounds like an interesting offering. I don't know what offering is the correct term here. Well, cuddling does sound nice. And I don't know, someone named Mystic sounds pretty cute too. Oh, grapes. Fun cuddle session. Oh yeah, I hug you myself off to save chat. Wait, save chat? Wait, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean there. But I should publish this new artwork on every art site that I publish art on. You can do !art if you want to see which art site I post art on. Some of the art sites I post art on. Not all of them. If I listed all of them, that would be a long list. Oh, the picture's done now. I didn't forget anything, right? I never know, but sometimes I do forget stuff, and I see it afterwards like, no, I was supposed to have that too. Because you said offering. Oh, offering. Yes, offering. Yeah, I didn't mean offering in that way. When I said offering, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's not what I meant. Not like that. I'll post the one with the speech bubble first, because that's like the, I guess, the original version. And then later, as in not too much after an hour after maybe, I'll post the version without the speech bubble for those who just want without it, which is fair, which I respect. I want to provide alternative versions for people who would like that. I don't see anything missing. Of course, if it's missing, how could I see it? Oh, Orimian. At first I thought you were going to say that, well, the one thing that is missing is our panties on her butt, because that's missing. They are in her hand at the moment. But no, that's not where you went. You went with the most, of course, the accurate, correct thing. Ponpon, I'm gonna be in your lap in a cuddle or you in mine. Oh, I see. Not like side by side cuddling, which I do have a picture of. Let me show you that. Someone actually commissioned me making a drawing of Ponpon and their character cuddling. And you might have seen that, but in case you haven't seen that, here it is. This is Otti, the otter, and Ponpon, the bonbon, cuddling on a sofa. And I think I did this quite well, especially considering the design. This design. With these dots everywhere. And the hairstyle too. Quite an interesting character. It was fun to draw. Got me some experience. Okay. So yeah, just cuddling. I wouldn't mind, like... I mean, I do have someone special I do want to cuddle with. That I would probably prioritize. It should not be the word probably should not be in that sentence. That I will prioritize. I haven't really cuddled with anyone, so I haven't really had that kind of relationship with anyone else. Anyway, what should this picture be called? What should the name of the skunk be then? I guess we can name the skunk something. Someone suggested Stacy Odor. I suggested, in that case, Stacy Arom, because that was more fun. Not that in this universe they would have like two names, they would just have a single name. Well, yeah, I guess they could have like two first names. Would Arom be a first name? There wouldn't be any first name, it would just be names. No, her name is just Arom. But that's the name she uses in her culture, but then she calls herself Stacy outside of her culture. I don't know. I'm just being silly. I see we have a friendly visitor here. Would you like... I don't have a rule for it yet, but I have considered if you should have your... set your nickname on the server to your Twitch name. Which I think would be a smart idea. Let me show my name on this server is Princess Ponpon. That's actually not my stream name, which is Fun the Bonbon. So it doesn't have to be like fully accurate. I'm not going to. What if you had Mystic somewhere in your name? That would help at least. If that's not too much to ask for. Obviously in your nickname that you have in private messages would be that name. So. But you do as you want. But well, we'll see. How I do with that. I would like to kind of. I don't know. You know, my primary audience is from Twitch, but someone could show up who isn't from Twitch, and then you can't really have your Twitch name on your account because then that's not even relevant. I don't know. I think Stephanie would fit her. Okay. What could go? Okay. What should the title of this work be? What the tags would be? Female, skunk, magic, performance, maybe. Performance. This is performance, right? Stage performance. Panties, embarrassed, blush. Also, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I can add 3 more tags. Magic mishap. Should that be a tag like on? Because I'm thinking like that would be like on one of the art sites where they put a lot of art with detailed tagging. I obviously going to add all the tags, but I'm just thinking about the general tags for. That will post on the other art site on DeviantArt for Affinity and such. Ink bunny. There's a bunny on the panties pulling a bunny from a hat. That's quite the title. Oh, you meant just pulling a bunny from the. Well, yeah, I did add the bunny. I did add the bunny to the panties just so it became the pulling a bunny from the hat. That was kind of the reference I was going for. Maybe you knew that and just highlighted it anyway. So I guess that shot would be better in the description. I don't know, pulling a bunny from a hat could still work as a title. I mean, it could be without the quotes too. I mean, maybe it should be with the quotes. Let me check what if I type magic no there's no one who uses magic mishap. Well, nope. I don't know, there doesn't seem to be anything else like dress, I guess. Stage. I got the embarrassed and blushed, so no. Well, there's no panties. I could go with that. There you go. Thank you for helping me out, sorry, I do appreciate that. Oh, I'm not allowed to use quotation marks on DeviantArt. No problem, I just do a double apostrophe. The reason why you're not allowed to use certain characters in titles for DeviantArt is because they take your title and put it in the URL and then remove certain characters like apostrophes. I'm like, but then you could just as well remove quotation marks. And the thing is, quotation marks were allowed in the past, and artworks that use the quotation marks still have them in their titles. But you cannot edit those artworks because then they will say you can't use the quotation mark in the title, and it will prevent you from making any edits unless you remove the quotation marks. And I find that a bit silly. They still support it, I can just remove them. And the same thing, they don't allow any letters outside from A through Z, which is a problem too. Let's see what you wrote. Stephanie tried. What should we like? Do like shouldn't there be more descriptive? I don't know. or improve. Stephanie tries pulling a rabbit out of her hat, but doesn't find the one she's looking for. Is that sure? Because I was thinking, yeah, that could have been the initial part, and I can write something like, I mean, it's kind of obvious for the speech bubble, but I can write like, I don't know what else to write. Actually, now that I think of it, I will post the Ice Gin Games and Draw over at FunPonDeBonBon on Twitch. I include that link on every artwork I do. For obvious reasons. Just staying a bit up to the side, but I think that adds to the artwork maybe, I don't know. Don't know. Now let's see. I was thinking like if I'm like very literal with what I write, so like the idea, or yeah, the idea of the artwork. Well, you kind of described it already. Like she is, or like somehow, the panties she was just wearing somehow ended up in her head. It's very I don't know. And it's hard to come up with the descriptions. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm streaming live too, it's hard to come up. Maybe I'd add like, now the audience so there we go. Perfect. I can think of a better description. Next magic is the endless string of ribbons tied end to end. Then the last ribbon is another path. You want her to be like doing a lot of tricks and just ending up with her panties in her head. not just her. Well, that's just what it is now. I don't feel like that's kind of too similar of a trick. I think we should, because in the end she still pulls her pants out of her head. I feel like we could come up with something better. Something different. There we go. That's for affinity is the same description tagging writing system thingy system as ink bodies. Okay, let's copy it over there. And this will be tagged general. I wonder if I can tag it general on Farfint actually, because she's not. You don't see the character wearing panties. I guess the speech bubble kinda pushes it up a bit. The speech bubble is not pushing anything up. And the same thing I wonder of, like in Newgrounds, would it actually count as slightly higher rating because of I don't know, you don't see the character rate, so maybe I should try not to increase the age rating. We'll see how many sites that we become banned from. No, they're not that brutal. Each. And then the last site is the site that does not have any formatting, which seems like an oversight. So, what tags do we add on this site? Oh, solo was a tag. Well, I guess I filled out all the tags in it. Some general tags here. That's probably fine for this site. This site I'm not as. Let's put it. This site, which is itaku.ee, they are very strict with what counts as safe work. If there's any sense hint of fetish material, it should be rated. I just think it would be funny, a series of pictures where she's doing various magic tricks, each ending up with her holding her pants in front of the audience and getting more and more embarrassed each time. Would it be different panties each time? Or the same design? If they get seen the same design over and over even more. So, well, you said Stephanie. I guess that's her name now. Stephanie. Wait, how do I write? When I write Pon, do I have any character? Well, I do have Choco, for example, and that's written as Pon the bottom. Then I will just write Stephanie of Pon the bottom, and throw Skunk. Is this picture questionable to save? I could put the save and see what happens. Because the rating system is very inconsistent too. I actually got a comment on that picture. I have to look it over later. So, tags. 2005, digital art, digital drawing, price. I guess there should be no panties in the sense of not wearing any. And then there should be I guess pink dress. Should I take the body as grey or black? White fur, black fur or grey fur? Okay, let me search up. If I search for grey fur, a character animal that has his body covered in fur that is colored grey or section of the fur that is dyed grey. Can we lighter or darker shades of grey? Okay, what about black fur? Yes, show me. Okay, black fur is definitely much darker according to this. His body is covered in faded black or a section of black. Can we like two shades of black as long as it's in grey? Yeah, there's some kind of cut-off point, and I guess in my drawing it's just a bit too grey because I didn't want the character to look too dark. Purple eyes. I guess speech bubble would be added then. I guess. I guess bipedal, standing, open mouth. Oh, I didn't type blush, embarrassed, wet drop. Is nervous, correct? I don't know. Maybe even surprised expression. I guess both ish. The expression isn't very definite. I think that's. Oh yeah, my hair bow even. When I go to that shit even. There we go. I think I covered. I could even write eyelashes too. I think I covered most of that, right? Tuft. Is that like hair tuft, I guess? Head tuft. Oh, well, whatever. Good enough. I think I covered everything now. Well, I guess there's holding hat. There we go. And like stage. Yeah, like stage curtain, stage show. There's even stage act. What about the stage number? How does that differ from stage show? Is it like spell gone? No. Magic gone wrong. Yeah, there's magic gone wrong. There's a good tag. Anything else I can think of? No. I guess people can help add more tags later on. I think that's plenty of tags. So, well, in that case, I guess I'll publish it then. Wait, title. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot to add a title. I thought I did that. Apparently not. Publish. Post. Yes. Publish project. Every site is a different term. And then publish art as a second button press. There we go. One new tag created. Almost downloaded my own artwork. This tag is new, and that's a character. Boom, done. Perfect. George's work has been published. Whoa! Now I'm done. Oh, well, I'm looking publish it on the server too, but I'll do this after reading out, I think. Donna, you have sort of a cute idea. She's sitting on her bed, brushing her tail. I guess you can give me idea, but that doesn't sound like magic. Or having her panties show, unless you want her to sitting in her underwear, brushing her tail. That could work. Like waking up in the morning, she sleeps in her underwear. Her panties has always... Imagine that. If you go to draw this character, every single picture of this character must have her panties showing. In what way or another. She doesn't always seem to struggle with magic tricks. No, that's fine. But she should always struggle with having her abilities showing. Anyway, shall we see whoever we should go and meet it though? I think that sounds like a fun idea. Let's switch page to. So tomorrow is a Friday, meaning that I will not stream, sadly. Bunny. But I will be back for Pokemon Emerald in Pokemon Emerald. Well, it was the same game. I'm not sure why I said it like that. On Saturday and Sunday, starting in March. Sword bunnies, some extra sword bunnies in there. Now we can go and visit someone. Bye. Thank you for being here, Portugal girl. I really appreciate that. And I don't know what more to say. Do you want to stay for raid and raid out? Rabbit Stampede. Who could I raid that would like to see the artwork? I mean, I did raid the Ocean Axe before. Like, I made an artwork. I posted it on the server, and it's like, okay. I'm not sure what happened there. Pledges. Oh yeah, 5 pledges on the floor because it's counter reset. Well, don't know where to go. We could go and visit. We could go and visit Prongles, for example. I'm not sure if I've ever been into Prongles. Do you know about Prongles? I mean, you might know about Prongles after raiding there from someone else. So I think we should raid into Prongles. That sounds like a good goal. Who started about an hour ago doing art. He usually do art, so that's what you can expect. Or they and he, both are correct. You can go with whichever. They is listed as the first pronoun though, if that matters. Anyway, let's go to Prongle's art. And then, do you want to do a special? Should we instead write get Prongled? Because it's a reference to Prongles getting prongling others. Or should I? No. Let's say get Pond. Okay, let's do those. But let's just write get Pond. Oh, I almost want to write get Pond. So there we go. Do that. You can do whatever Pond emotes you want. Doesn't matter which. Just write get Pond is a reference to get Prongled. And it would be really fun. You can use whatever you want. You can even use Smirky Pond. It will be fun. It will be fun. I think this will be really fun. Anyone else want to join in on the raid message? Oh, I covered the wrong one. I almost made a mistake here. It said get Prongled. Get Pond. Get Pond. Get right one. Get Pond.